Inflation 101. What is inflation? Who does inflation affect? What causes inflation? And what can we do to fight against inflation? So all those questions I will be answering in this video. So basically, if you find value in this content, or if this is something that you want to know about, you can stick around till the end. Also guys, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and comment if you wish, or comment if there is something that you would like further clarity on. Thanks for watching guys, let's jump in the video. Alright, so what is inflation? That is the first question I'm going to answer. So basically, what is inflation is the value of your dollar over a period of times, meaning let's say a month or even a month or so, but it's more likely a period of years or so. How much can you get with $10 now, and what can you get with that same $10 10 years from now? The difference between that is inflation, because of course you'd get less things for that same $10 10 years from now that you can get with that $10 now. Likewise, that $10 could have gotten you more things in the past that it can get you right now. So basically that is inflation, the value of the dollar and how it loses its value over the year, right? So basically that is inflation. But the next question I want to answer is what causes inflation, right? So basically what causes inflation is, if you notice, the value of stuff goes up day by day, year by year, stuff like that. So basically it's not even necessarily from the product itself, but from you go to a restaurant now, right? And you could be able to buy that food for $10, but 2 years from now that same food will be what you'd have to pay, probably about $15 to $20 for that same food. Why is that? Because the products themselves is rising. So basically, if the product is rising in order to meet demand and to stay afloat with a business, of course the persons that are buying the product to prepare that meal at the restaurant would then have to raise their prices, right? So basically, in a nutshell, what causes inflation is products and goods and services raising over the year, right? The value of the products raising over the year, are going up over the year. So that is really cost of inflation, right? But next question is, who does inflation affects, right? Inflation affects every single one, right? But who it really hurt the most is the one on the buying end. All right, let me explain. Now let's say the farmer he plants sweet potatoes, he sell it to a restaurant, right? Now he usually sells at restaurant one sweet potato for $1, but 2 years from now he's selling that sweet potato for $2, right? In turn, the restaurant owner now will have to now raise his price, but in essence that restaurant owner is still meeting his demand by making his profit steadily over the year, because he's raising to be able to go back and purchase those sweet potatoes and stuff like that. But who really feels it the most is the persons on the buying end, because if you're not in the supply and demand business, you're gonna really feel it the most, because there's no way, unless you get a salary increase, and which rarely ever happens, you are really going to feel it the most, because when you realize that your paycheck could have gotten you more, getting you more stuff today, 5 years from now, if you don't get a raise of pay, or not even put it so far, just to be realistic, a year from now without a raise of pay, that same paycheck will not be able to do the same thing it can do now due to inflation. Because of course, again, the farmer raises a sweet potato, the restaurant raises its dishes. As an essence, when you could have bought 2 dishes at the restaurant, or probably 2 sweet potatoes from the farmer, you know would only have to buy one. So in an essence, if you're not in the In an essence, inflation affects every single one, but it affects it affects the most, or the most detrimental way is persons on the buying end and stuff like that, right? Now let's look at it from another end, who it really affects another way. You just imagine you have your money in the bank sitting down and say you're saving, or for another man who has their money under their mattress saying that they're saving, right? That's $10 that you save now, right? And you say, all right, I'm gonna keep this $10 for some time. If you are not, now I'm not gonna get in the investment part, because that is in when we get to the section about fixing. So that same $10, right, will not be able to buy you as much as it can 50 years from now. So a man who is just saying, hey, I'm just gonna save, inflation is gonna eat you wicked. Now, next question on the line would be, now, how can we fight against inflation? What can we do to combat inflation? One, of course, you'd have to, there's a numerous amount of things you'd need to do, but I'm just gonna tell you them step by step. So of course, you'd have to get yourself on the selling end and remove yourself from the buying end. As long as you're in the selling end and not on the buying end, you probably can be on both selling and buying. But if you're just solely on the selling end, then I'm going to tell you, inflation is gonna eat you wicked. Next thing you need to know is you need more than one stream of income. If you are only depending on a salary, then you will not be able to combat against inflation. One source of income cannot do. And the very last thing you need to do is set up an investment. Now, we all growing up, we all hear the saying that says save for the rainy day. Yes, we need to have something put aside for when trouble hits or something, is anything should happen, right? But when all is said and done, guys, in order to combat against inflation, we need insurance, life insurance, death insurance, health insurance, stuff like that. And we also need investments. Now, what type of investments am I talking about? I'm not just talking about, hey, go ahead and just put some money in the stock market, but you're just gonna find a random stock and just invest in a random stock. No, do your due diligence, do research. Yes, the stock market is a very good way to do investment, but that is not the only way. There are multiple streams as well, right? You can start a business, something, but have that money invested somewhere where you can have that money working for you. So by investing doesn't necessarily mean that, because sometimes person hear investment, the only thing they hear is the stock market. Not necessarily. There's other ways to invest. You can start a loan company. You can get, if you're living in Jamaica, you can buy cars, put them on the road, have them work for you. So you have a driver out there working for you. That's practically your money working for you, because you're not the one driving. Someone is out there driving for you, making the money, paying you daily. So you're receiving a paycheck from your income, right? So therefore, instead of having that $1 million sitting in the account, how about putting that $1 million in a business and have that money work? Alright, so again, you can put it in the stock market. There's numerous things to do. If you check the channel, you can see a lot of things that talk about making money and stuff like that. As of course, you can also find ways that you are more comfortable with making money, but that's another way to fight against inflation. Now, with that being said, if there's anything that I didn't answer in this video, guys, you can feel free to leave it in the comment section. Just give me a call or just to remind me, and I'll definitely answer it in another video. If you found of value in this content, guys, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out.